Welcome into D. Armstrong WLTZ Facebook live streaming, and I have one of the most amazing people in the Columbus, Georgia area. I just want to touch you, girl.
Thank you, Dee.
I tell you what, this is Nicole Thrasher. Some of you have been following her, and some of you are just meeting her right now. But I'll just go through a little bit of it, then I'll let you jump in there. Nicole grew up in Columbus, and her life was just kind of a whirlwind of all kinds of things happening. And somebody said, "Child, you need to write a book."
Yes, ma'am, they did.
Wow, and then they said, "Child, you need to have a movie."
Yes, they did.
And so she has a book and a movie about her life. You know, can you sum up your life in your childhood? If someone said, "Give me the elevator speech, that 1-minute speech," what happened to you that was so interesting that people said that you should tell it?
Yes. Well, first off, I was first pregnant at the age of 15, so I had my first child at the age of 15. Then from there, I just had a lot of different things going on: domestic violence abuse, drug and alcohol abuse, suicide attempt, just having kids repeatedly after time. So, you know, just going through all those things, and then now for me to be an author and a filmmaker, like that is something big to be able to bounce
Because
back
people
from all
would
those
say,
things.
okay, she's either going to end up on the streets, or she's going to end up on drugs, or going to end up dead. Children are all going to get taken away from her. All those things that people would have predicted did not happen. What pulled you in? Because we know childhood rebellion makes us do things, because you had a great mom, you had a great family.
Yes.
You rebelled, you did a bunch of crazy stuff. What brought you back?
God. It was nobody but God. Nobody but
That's
God.
what I'm
It was,
talking about.
One day, just my life just changed. One day, my whole life just changed.
Did you cry out to him? What'd you say?
I was like, Lord, I need help. You need to help me now because it's getting bad. So yes. So
Wow. Wow. So all of that happens, and like you said, there was men that were not true and abused you, and men introduced you to drugs, and you became addicted to drugs.
Yes, I did.
How did your mind clear up to the point to where you decided, I got to write this down? Maybe not just for other people, but for maybe your children, to help them understand, because they've got to deal with some of that.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. So how did you get from, I'm not paying attention to anybody, but now I'm going to focus on a book? That's a that's a big leap.
Yes. By the time I started writing my book, I had already transitioned out of that lifestyle, and it was just me. I always set big goals for myself. That's one thing about myself. Regardless of how many times I fall, I get back up and I go for the unimaginable. So I took a whole summer and I sat down and I was like, you know what, I'm going to focus on writing my book, and I did that. I had my phone in my hand 24/7, everywhere I went, just writing.
Just writing. Well, let's take a little bit, because the last Saturday we were all at the Trade Center. It was just magnificent. I mean, just kind of a teary-eyed kind of thing to see how many people loved you and took their evening out and came to watch the premiere. And it was a 20-minute short film, and we'll talk more about that. But let's take a little look at this. It's the Nicole Thrasher story, and you can see part of this premiere. You can see a little, what do you call it, the trailer on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
You realize this was in fact your life of pure hell.
What you mean you not calling Brandon?
What you mad at me for? You the one caused all this shit. You the one was on dope, remember?
Well, you know you don't want to cause all this. I'm sick and tired of shit.
One day I got a chance to start a new life, and I embraced it with open arms.
Wow. And this was that last scene finally the good guy who came into your life? Okay, he portrayed the good guy.
Yes.
I feel it, girl. You just blessed and highly favored, as we
Yes,
say ourselves, because she
I
has a man that loves her.
Yes, loves me
tremendously.
and my kids,
And
and
the
we're
children.
just a big happy family now.
Wow,
Yes,
wow.
life is great.
So how did you put all those elements together, Nicole? Because you had to find someone that wanted to act in your movie. You had to find someone that was going to help you shoot the movie.
Yes.
And
It yeah, like I said, the whole project was nothing but the Lord. It was nothing but God. As far as with the cast, I just started doing all my homework. I did a casting call at Trilogy Productions, Bobby Sampson, and then from there I reached out to Jared Dunbar. He lives in Atlanta, but he's from Columbus, and he directed it, and he gave me some contacts.
But I mean, what did you say, Nicole? It's like, look, I ain't never done this before. I don't know what I'm doing, but will you come help me?
Yes, and it was kind of sort of like that. I was like, okay, here's my story. This is what I have. I want to make a movie. Let me know what I need to do.
Wow.
And, you know, from then, Dunbar, he gave me my homework. I completed all my homework. And he's like, if you want to make a movie, you're going to have to make your movie.
Wow.
And I did all the lead work.
Wow.
So I wanted to make it happen, and I made it happen.
Wow. So I think there's something that's in common. People like to see inspiration. They like to see this. You come from, and that's D.K. Vanderson, local comedian, who played the bad guy. I mean, you don't even see that part of him. So that's real acting.
He's
So
really
he
sweet.
played one of the not so good boyfriends in the movie. But DK's busy. A lot of them are building their own careers.
They
So
are.
for them to stop and say, I'm going to do this, something about a story when a woman changes her life.
Yes, that really captured everyone to want to participate in this project. Like comedian DK, he's a comedian. Vanessa Lundy, she does dancing. We have Vincent Bush, he does his acting.
Mr. Hollywood.
Mr. Hollywood.
He showed up at the premiere
He
with
did.
blue shoes on that shine.
Yes, he had sparkles
I
on
think
him.
they had
He was
rhinestones.
shining, yes.
So you've got to,
He
oh
was
gosh,
grayed
Lee.
out.
I think we all have pictures of the premiere on our pages, so check it out.
Yes,
The one
we
with
do.
the shiny blue shoes, that's Vincent Bush.
Yes, that's Mr. Hollywood.
Wow. I tell you, got a lot of people that are watching right now.
Oh,
Kanisha
wow.
says, hi, Nicole. Just wanted
Hi,
to say,
Kanisha.
I'm so proud of you. I remember you telling me you were going to do it, and you did.
Oh,
you are a true
wow.
inspiration. Lily saying to you, God is so good. Now,
Yes, thank
you
you,
had
Lily.
a kind of a Tyler Perry connection there. I'm not sure exactly how that worked. Now, the gentleman who said that he had worked with Tyler Perry, he said, I did it for her, but I don't know if I'm going to come back in there.
Yes, Dunbar, my director.
That was Dunbar,
Yeah, that
okay.
was Dunbar, and he
Okay.
actually works at Tyler Perry Studios, and he also does some work with the Ricky Smiley
So
show.
how did you find him? I'm gonna tell you,
don't
I did the
know,
D.
like-
Armstrong Show TV live for 6 years. Tyler Perry, I couldn't get anywhere close to him, and then he comes down. And how did you do that? That was God.
Yes, it was. Like, I mean,
Everybody's trying to get some kind of Tyler Perry connection.
Yes, and I have one. I haven't met him yet, but like I said, I'm just gonna keep on pushing it. Hopefully, one day I get a chance to shake his hand and like.
He just needs to hear the story. You
Yes.
know, he just needs to hear the story
Yeah.
because this is how he made it. He tells real nitty gritty stories, and he leaves you with hope. Now, all you got to do is learn how to sing, girl.
Okay. Well, I did a little
And then
bit of
ask
that
me.
when I was younger.
Oh,
but
did you?
yes.
Okay, you got to bring it
No
back.
more singing.
You got to bring it back.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you this. Well, I have you here. How do you make it work? You have the children. You have the man in your life. You got to give some time to God. You go to work every day. How do you? What kind of words of wisdom would you give other young ladies who say, you know what, I made a mess of my life. I don't see how I can make it work. How can they fit it in?
You have to just pray. Definitely pray every day, and just be consistent. You have to just have that that push that you are going to change your life, and you'll get it done.
Wow.
But you know, you just have to keep your mind focused and you know, just incorporate everything in at one time. It's not going to be easy at all. I will tell everyone that it's not
And you know,
easy.
there is this easy, greasy kind of mentality. Work easy, don't work hard. And I can understand some of what they're saying is don't work harder than you have to. But the truth is you ain't going nowhere working easy.
No.
And nothing,
No.
if it's easy, then it's not
not
going to
working.
happen.
No,
Then
it's not.
everybody would be doing it.
Exactly.
You have to be willing to suffer some.
You do. I make sacrifices every day, you know, from trying to find time to, you know, my 9 to 5 and then working on my project and then incorporate my kids, and school has started back now, and I'm glad they don't have homework this week. So I have until next week to try
Wow.
to fit something else into my schedule.
When I was at the premiere, and your children are just beautiful, God has truly blessed her. I think we said that 10 times, but it's true every single time. What do you say to them And I'm okay. I'm going to go back this way. If I had to live it over again, I would do what you did. I would have told my children a little bit more about what I went through. I think it would have helped them. I think they need to know.
And I met your son. He was so nice.
Oh, thank you.
He
Yes.
was so nice.
Yes. Even him, I wish I had had those conversations, because there were some hard struggles that I had that I didn't tell my kids because I thought I was protecting them. But Nicole, I think they need to know sometimes.
Yeah,
Mama
do.
is not perfect. Mama went through some stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I tell them all the time, like, look from what I've done. Take those things and don't go down the same road I have. I know that's so cliche, but now with me being a mother, I really understand what those words mean. So I tell them every day, like, I love you, be great. How was your day? Just those things that that try to keep that family bond molded. So.
Yes. Timothy Childry say you still have a chance to speak to a generation.
Yes,
Vicki
I
Lynn
do.
Maxwell, yes, sometimes it takes just one more push.
Oh yes, I need a push every day, especially when I get up out the bed in the morning.
I'm telling you. Deborah Sykes here said, what a story, what a story. Carol Dunham saying, such a true inspiration. Yes, Lord, he directed you in the right direction.
Yes, he did,
Amen.
Miss
I
Carol.
love hearing these stories like this. How can they get the book, Nicole?
The book is available on Amazon.com. It's $10. And then if you're also in the Columbus area, I love to meet people that, have looked me up and know my story and, just create that personable touch with people. So I'm on Facebook, Nicole Thrasher. My email address is NicoleThrasherChoices@gmail.com.
Now,
So if you're in Columbus, please reach out to me, please. I love it.
You see that name right there? Vincent Bush.
Bush.
Vincent Bush's ego is bigger than all of Columbus. You
Mr.
can't tell him
Hollywood.
he ain't the baddest thing. Okay.
That's Mr.
So you want to
Hollywood.
say
He-
something to Mr. Hollywood?
Mr. Hollywood, hey, Mr. Hollywood. Mr. Hollywood works hard, you guys.
Yes.
He has done a lot of plays. I'm not sure if this is his first
I've
film
been in
or
one
not.
with him.
Okay.
It was good.
Mr. Bush, he works. He was telling me how he went and did a tour in a studio up in Atlanta and said he just knocked on the door and they let him in and do a tour. I was like, okay then. I
Yes.
need to roll with you sometime.
Yes, I tell you what, a lot of the people that were in that play, we're going to see in years to come. They may not go as an ensemble together in the same movies, but you're going to see those people
Oh yes,
in different.
definitely.
Yeah.
Everybody, even from the little kids, they have. Everybody has just such an amazing personality, and everyone is going to do big things. I have and had the best cast and crew
Yeah.
in
Wow.
Columbus.
Okay, a couple of things. Okay, how do they get? Can they see the short film yet? Is that available
No,
anywhere?
it's not available. So I just got word back today. We submitted to Way Down Film Festival, but we were not chosen. So that's not.
That's okay.
That's okay.
That's
okay.
what I'm saying. That's okay.
That's
Because you
okay.
know what? She kicked me out of the movie. I was in the movie. They wrote me out of it. They said, guess what?
Yeah,
all your scenes are gone.
Yes,
but
we
I'm
did.
cool.
I know. It's just like that in the
It's just that-
industry. So,
yeah,
sometimes it's not always going to be yes.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, we were not chosen, but I will still be in attendance. They told me that they
I'll
would
be there
still
too.
love for me to come
Uh-huh.
and check it out. So we will see where it goes from there. So I'm just going to keep on pushing, but I will be releasing the movie. I don't have an exact date yet, but it will be within the next few months.
Wow. And we can just say hi to some of the folks. Courtney Harris says she
Hi,
was there.
Courtney. Thank you for coming out.
Wow. Cabo Barden. You know, Cabot Barden. I think I've met that person. So if I'm mispronouncing your name, he says he likes the show. Thank you so much for watching.
Yes, thank you,
I want
guys.
you to help me celebrate something, okay?
Yes.
And I'm going to give a little heads up to my producer, director in the back, Nicole Jones. I just got word from Atlanta that I have not only been nominated, but been named a recipient of a Torch Award, which is, I'm telling you,
Congratulations,
and the
Dee.
Torch Award is people in the industry, they look at what others are doing around the state and they recognize you. And so, oh man, you know who got one last year?
Who?
Ludacris.
Ludacris?
Yes, and one of the, who is this child right here?
Oh.
That's one of the singing sisters.
Okay. She looks familiar.
Yes, they had their something family something. They Okay. And just like,
I don't
you know, if I was cool,
You are cool. You
if I was cool, I remember it. But to be in that kind of company, a lot of the large stars in Atlanta are in attendance to these things. And what it just says is that people have been watching,
Of course.
and that they like what they see, and it's the Rising in Excellence Awards.
Okay.
That's Ludacris's people. Some of the major and wealthiest people in Atlanta are going to be there. That's C. Chandon Carter. Let me tell you, I got 2 minutes to get out of here. Okay, but I'll tell you, I said, Chandon, how did you guys even find out about me? How did you know? He said, Miss D, let me tell you something, because Chandon grew up part of his life in New York. He said, my grandma brought me down to Alabama every summer because she didn't want me on the streets of New York, you know, when I was a little boy. And he said, I know who you are. He said she wouldn't go to sleep because she watched D. Armstrong on the news. Yes. And he said, so I have seen the work you've done, and I brought you to the board, and they said, we've got to do it. So it's September 23rd. It's going to be at the state capitol under the gold dome.
All right. Now, if I jump out the trunk of your car, don't be alarmed.
Girl, come on
I'm
and go.
trying to-
Come on and go. But you know, great connections you can make there. So if you
Yes.
can make that happen, I would love to have you at my
Okay.
table.
All
So
right.
I'm just, I thank God for that. And it's just one of those lifetime achievement awards. And I'm just beyond myself with that. I want you guys to know that we also are still giving away those tickets for Angie Stone. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Angie Stone coming tomorrow. And I think the rain, you know what, I'm going to speak it into existence. It's not going to rain.
No, it's not.
So that she can sing. The amphitheater is an outdoor event. And I'm hoping that everything is going to go well. But we will give away 2 tickets. Say, hook me up, D, for those Angie Stone tickets. And I'll give them away later on today so that you will know this evening the winner. And you can make your plans for tomorrow. Can I give you a D. Armstrong hug, girl?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. For
Congratulations.
having me. Thank
Okay.
you.
And I tell you what, as long as I've been in the business, I'm sure there's some stuff you can teach me because you have been places I haven't been. You know?
Well, we can teach each other some
That's
stuff.
right. That's
yes,
right.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
When the
you so
movie
much.
comes out, you're going to come back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You know, I love coming to your show. You give me so much support and so many great, inspiring words. So I love it.
Oh,
Yes, I'll
thank
be
you,
back.
girl. Not to mention the fact she looks like my daughter, so I claim her. Okay. Well, thank you so much for being with us. I got to turn into the news reporter now. We're going to have the news at noon. And I want you to watch us every morning at 5 a.m. Then we come back at noon. I also kind of squeeze in my Facebook live streaming, and we're back at 6, 10, and 11 right here on WLTZ. I'll see you Monday.